Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my favorite fall fragrances. Just gonna go over some details with you of the fragrances that I rotate into the fall and winter season. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So the first fragrance I want to talk about is my Chanel Coco Noir fragrance. And I have this one in the 1.2 fluid ounces. This does come in 3 different sizes. You get the 1.2, 1.7, and 3.4 fluid ounce. This particular size, the 1.2 fluid ounce, retails for $82. Now, if you've been following me for a while, you know that I usually only purchase my fragrances in a small size just because I have quite a big collection. And the small size allows me to be able to get through the fragrance without it getting old. And especially because the fragrances I'm about to talk about, I only use during the fall season. I don't really use them as often as my other fragrances that I use all year round. All right, so Chanel Coco Noir to me is a very beautiful, floral, sexy fragrance. It's a bit mysterious yet feminine. It is classified as a classic floral, and the key notes for this particular fragrance is Jasmine Absolute, Bourbon Vanilla, and Rose Absolute. I love the way this smells. The bottle is beautiful, but yes, the moment the last week of August hits, I pull this puppy out. It smells divine, and I absolutely love the black bottle. So if you, by the way, if you haven't used your Sephora coupon, highly recommend these fragrances. They are all available at Sephora. All right, moving right along. The next fragrance I want to talk about is the Coco Chanel. So, not to be confused with Coco Noir. They're 2 different fragrances. We just talked about Coco Noir. This is just Coco Chanel. And this one I picked up last year. I also picked it up in the 1.2 fluid ounces. It also retails for $82. If you guys hear me to be like, or I seem to be a little bit out of breath, is because I am. She's really in the lung area today. The baby is really resting. Her entire bottom half of her body really nestled in between my lungs. All right, so this is what the bottle looks like. This bottle looks a little bit more vintage, a little bit more classic. I did pick this up last year, and this is classified as a warm floral, and this one I like to wear when the season is transitioning, like fall, winter, where it's like very cold, Christmas time, where you're supposed to be sitting by a fireplace that I don't have because I live in Florida, and you're sipping hot chocolate. This right here, this is my jam. Let me read you the keynotes for this one. So this particular fragrance has keynotes of clove, leather, peach, sandalwood, and tonka bean. Now, I'm gonna link the video I did when I first purchased this fragrance. I know that those are a lot of keynotes for one fragrance, but that is the reason I love this fragrance so much. It's the color story. It's like you're getting like 5 different fragrances in one bottle. So it'll smell one way on first application. You're definitely gonna get the clove and the leather. That's the first thing you're gonna get on first application, right? Which, when you think about it, that is a bit masculine. But then, the moment it dries down, that peach and sandalwood start to really shine through. And as this fragrance starts to wear off, what lasts there is, at the end, is that sandalwood and tonka bean. It is absolutely one of the most unique fragrances I own, with the biggest color story, well, sense, you know, color story that I have. I recommend this to anybody who really loves versatility in their fragrance. Again, these fragrances that I'm talking about are super unique to my collection. They have a very particular color story, or scent story. I don't know the proper name for it, but you guys know what I mean. Especially for somebody who gravitates just to strictly floral scents. So I'm not very into you know, musky or very masculine scents, but this is absolutely amazing. Definitely, if you are at you have a Sephora near you or a Chanel boutique, definitely go in and try this on your skin, not on a card, because you really want to be able to experience that entire story throughout the day. The lasting power of these fragrances are top notch. Now, the last and final fragrance is one that I've talked about many times on my channel since I purchased it. And that's gonna be the Jo Malone Scarlet Poppy fragrance. This particular fragrance I purchased when it launched earlier this year. Now, this is part of their Intense Cologne line, and this is the smallest size, which is a 1.7 fluid ounce. So there's only this size and their giant size. They don't have this bottle in that like skinny 1 ounce bottle that usually Jo Malone carries. So you can only get this particular fragrance in those 2 sizes. This retails, it smells delicious. This retails for $138. So if you haven't used that coupon, now would be the time. And this is considered to be a warm floral. Keynotes for this is Amberette, Scarlet Poppy, and Tonka Bean. Now, this one, in my opinion, has the smallest color or scent story than the other two fragrances I mentioned. But the scent doesn't need to have, this scent doesn't need to have a long story. It smells absolutely perfect, just the way, I'm trying to take the fingerprints off of it, just the way that it smells. I love this scent. It's like my go-to during fall and winter. It is comforting. It smells absolutely delicious. This has like a powdery kind of scent, and I think that comes from the Scarlet Poppy. I am not a fan of powdery scents, but this, it's subtle. It's subtle in a beautiful way. I really love this. I am not a fragrance connoisseur, guys, so I'm gonna be using a lot of terms that may be incorrect, okay? So I just wanted to pop on here and give you just a quick little rundown on what the 3 fragrances that I like during the fall and winter time. So I literally stopped using any other fragrance in my collection, and these are the 3 fragrances that I take out the moment September hits, and I just rotate them according to how I wake up that day. Maybe I'm feeling a little Joe Malone, maybe I'm feeling a little Noir, maybe I just want some Coco, maybe I just want to be extra bougie that day and I want a really long color story. So these fragrances, in my opinion, are, if you like florals but you want something a little different, a little more mysterious, a little bit more sexy, a little bit more, you know, a little warm for the fall winter season. I hate it when they do that. I really do. I do. And I'm sorry that you have to hear that background noise when I make my videos. But I digress. Anyways, I absolutely love these fragrances during the fall winter season. And these are fragrances that I will continue to repurchase time and time again as they run out. I think right now you wouldn't be able to notice because this bottle is completely black, but I feel like this one, since I've had it the longest, is the one that's the most used. So I probably will be running out of this one a lot sooner, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and repurchase it during the next sale for next year from Sephora. But these, I got this one this year and this one last year. Gosh, you guys, I absolutely love these fragrances and I highly recommend them to you if you don't already own them. But that was it. I am gonna stop rambling now. If you haven't used your Sephora savings coupon, maybe consider one of these fragrances. I feel like they're solid. You'll love them. If I can recommend one to start with, would be Chanel Coco Noir. I feel like out of the 3 I mentioned, this one's the safest if you like floral fragrances. Like, I love anything floral. I love rose. So if you and I have kind of the same, you know, similar taste in fragrance, I suggest you start with this one. I think this is the safest one out of the 2. And I think that the one that's the most edgy out of the 3 would be Coco. And if you're looking for something subtle in between, then I would definitely do the Joe Malone. But this one's also the most expensive one out of the 2 I mentioned. All right, you guys, that completes this video. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time. Bye.